friends, welcome back to Tarot AF. So today I've got another pick a card reading for you all, and I'm really excited because we are going to look at the topic of work, career, study, school life, that kind of thing, and we're going to look at that particular area and ask the question, what do they think of you? Now, this person can be anybody. It can be a colleague, a fellow student, a professor, a teacher, whoever it is. Hold that person in your mind whilst I'm shuffling. It can be a different array, and we are going to obviously look at what they think of you, and afterwards we're going to get some advice specifically for you, and we're going to use my at work affirmator cards because I've been waiting for ages to use them, and I've finally done a reading, finally recording one where I can use them for you. So today we've got 4 piles ready and waiting. We have pile 1 with the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot and the Caribbean Ocean Calcite. We have pile 2 with the Affirmators Tarot and the Pyrite Crystal. We have pile 3 with the Orbita Tarot and the Moonstone Heart. And then we have pile 4 with the Santa Muerte Tarot and the Goldstone. So you can take a moment, you can pause the video, see which one is drawing your eye. And what I do is I post the times in the box below and you can meet me there for your reading. I will see you then. Bye. Hi lovely friends of pile 1. So if you picked the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot and the Ocean Calcite Crystal, then this reading is going to be for you. So firstly, we're going to shuffle your tarot cards. As I said in the intro, as I'm shuffling, please keep this person in your mind from your workplace, place where you study, school, university, wherever it is, whoever they are, hold that person in your mind. So Spirit, for pile 1, what do they think of pile 1? What does this person think of pile 1? So we have the 6 of Wands, we have the 3 of Cups, we have the 8 of Pentacles, we have the 9 of Cups. What do they think of pile 1, Spirit? And we also have the Nymph of Wands. And on the back of the deck, we have got Revolution. So I will keep that in mind too. Actually, can I pop that at the top just there? Do I have enough space? Yeah, I think you can fit in there. Sorry, whilst I just do... I feel like I was on a decoration program just then, like, oh, let's see if this fits in here. What's behind door number 1? Okay, so we have the Oracle cards now. We have Surrender. We have Lover, great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. We have Love, Tomato. We have Patience, and we also have Bear. So firstly, let's talk about Bear. So Bear, we've got Earth sign here, so could have a Taurus, Capricorn or Virgo. You could have those placements because obviously this is what do they think of you. We've also got quite a lot of Cups energy, but mainly I'm hearing it could be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius or Aries. You don't have to have those placements in your chart, you don't have to be of those signs, but take it as a confirmation if you are. So the first thing I think that you have gone through, and I think this individual can see, whoever they are, is a massive change, and that you've been very patient towards that. I feel like maybe you had a real sudden shock that took you by surprise, and maybe you had to reinvent yourself in some way, or maybe you started afresh, started over. And I feel like this change, whatever it was, maybe you felt like you were stuck in a rut. Maybe you were stuck on a course or stuck in a career that actually wasn't, or even if it's just a job, so maybe something which was temporary to you or was supposed to be temporary that kind of just built up around you is what I'm hearing. And actually maybe something happened and maybe it felt a bit like divine intervention, or maybe I'm hearing maybe for some people, maybe there were redundancies or voluntary redundancies, or maybe there was even the opportunity just to move away, or I think it wasn't a malicious thing, but something happened which at the time felt like a real core shaking thing, something that was very surprising, but actually it really opened up to this revelation. And I feel like you very much embody that power, and maybe you even talk to this person about the struggles that you once had in terms of finding your career path or what it was that you wanted to do or study, because now it feels like you've almost come out the other side of that and really found your groove, found your higher spiritual calling. And this bear card is that energy of like coming through those winter months and through that kind of slumber and almost awakening to something, awakening to your higher self, your higher calling, and realizing that spring, that cycle has come about for a reason. And I really feel like Spirit called you for this change, this revolution, this revolt, to really upturn everything. And so you had to kind of surrender to it. You had to kind of surrender to what was happening. But actually the core of who you are, your foundation, your passions and everything in this Nymph of Wands were able then to be liberated and find their truth and find their light. And you were really able to have this kind of self-enlightenment and really connect to what you love. And I think this person, first and foremost, sees how much love and how much passion you have and how much unbridled appreciation you have for whatever it is that you've found now, almost your heart's truest desires. And I think you connect with it on such a deep level that you're willing to put those hours and that dedication in. And I think you are a highly dependable person, someone who wears their heart on their sleeves, who celebrates others, celebrates other people's victories, but also has such a great winning streak is what I'm hearing. But that's not in a way of there's jealousy there. There's absolutely not. They see how much you connect to exactly what it is that you are doing in this current moment and how aligned you feel. And this is by getting your emotional ducks in a row in a lot of ways, by saying, this is who I am, really putting it on display, not only for the divine and the universe to help co-create and manifest what it is that you want, but also because you're willing to extend what it is that you are doing to other people. I feel like you have this kind of motto behind you of what's the point of doing something that you don't love doing? There's this kind of wear your heart in your sleeve, go for it, take those risks, lean into that and do action towards those things. And it's not like you're shooting in the dark anymore. It feels like you've found that path. And I think you're always listening to your intuition now and your instincts, because I think after having this kind of tower moment, this moment where everything feels like it's upheaved, and the towers of kind of repression and that we build around ourselves sometimes, and we get stuck in a rut, or we trap ourselves in thinking that this is the path we're supposed to be going on, or this is fine, and you kind of get caught up in the illusion of it. As soon as that's kind of ripped away from us, you have to have that patience. But as soon as you surrender, even though it feels like defeat, you actually kind of find this peace, because you're able to look within yourself at your core. And that's really what the Nymph of Wands is about, is that play, is being faithful to yourself and your spark and listening to where your intuition goes, even if it's an unformed spark and even if it flickers in and out. That feeling, that is the feeling of love and connecting to that love. And I think you've really found your new emotional opportunity for growth in whatever it is that you've found, whether it's a career path or an area or a study. And it feels like you found your tribe in a lot of people, your community, solace and healing here, but also just this celebration of all good things. It feels like you found those kind of that soul tribe vibe is what I'm hearing. It's not even just on an intuitive level, people, but you're able to connect to other people's hearts, and the love of what you do inspires others as well to kind of radiate that back at you. So I feel like there's great fulfillment here. There's great there's great kind of feeling, and I think this person is very inspired by your story especially. And I think they just feel really honored to be in kind of your presence and learn from all of your experiences and how you are continuing to grow, but how dedicated you are to your path, even if you can't see the results of the hard labor that you put in. And I feel like with this Eight of Pentacles, you work your freaking socks off in so many ways, but it's because you feel sustained by where you're going. Even if you can't see the tangible results, you know every hour that you put in is going to get you the results that you need. And I think there's this element of kind of being a bit of a perfectionist here, but it's all in aid, and it's all knowing that those victories are yours because you already feel that victory from what you are doing, from the people that are surrounding you, from the kind of feedback that you get, and for the love of the work that you do. You feel like you get rewards daily, even if they're not the tangible result. It just feels like a complete fulfillment on your path. And it feels like a real personal transformation story in a lot of ways from this Tower and also this Bear card. It feels like this quest and challenge that you went through may have been tricky and full of obstacles and everything, but you know that this transformation has happened to you for a reason, and there's this great patience with yourself, but also with others as they discover what they're doing. So I feel like you're maybe in a leadership role in some way if you're at work, or if you're at school or university. It feels like you've just found your stride or an affinity with that thing, and maybe you found those people that you can really emotionally connect with and share your art with, is what I'm hearing in a lot of ways. So maybe you're an artist or a creator of some kind, but to bring something about and to nurture it, you have to have that deep love for it, and you have to nurture and want to grow it. And with these kind of like lover cards and all of this cup energy here, but also this feeling and intuitive power from the Six of Wands and also the Nymph of Wands, I would say it's something quite artistic in nature. But this person, I think, just is completely in awe of who you are and how you found your path. And like I said, just your story, your personal story, and the triumphs that you've created for yourself. And there's no doubt that, like, luck is on your side. I feel like, as in, I'm pretty sure you feel very lucky to be in this, but you have been through it. There's no which way to say it. Like, you have got yourself to where you are. And with this Nine of Cups, it feels like a wish fulfillment. This is the wish card. And I think they are inspired by your story and are kind of like, I've got to have the patience within myself and know that even if I'm going through the winter, or if I'm coming out of that period of trying to find, I think there's this inspired by your energy, and they want to be around energy like yours. People that see the world and want to understand themselves first, don't feel the pressure of other people to commit to something that they don't love. And I think what I'm hearing from Spirit is that after this kind of personal revolution, I feel like you're out for that for other people. Like, if people want to change their circumstances, if people want to change what they want to do, if they want to uproot stuff, you're like, go into your core, go and find who it is that you want, what sets your heart alight. Because like I said, what is the point of doing something that you don't love? Life is too short in that way. Surrender to your power within and trust it, trust that energy. And if you love something, you will always be sustained by it. You will always show up for it and put in that hard work. So I think this person just loves your sense of play as well with this Nymph of Wands, like this kind of childlike look at the world. And I think you just see it in such a brilliant, like I said, artistic way. You see the flow, you act on your instincts, or if there's this unformed spark, you're going to light it and you're going to give it the chance. Even if it doesn't work out, it's like trial and error. But I think more often than not, you find victory, and you especially celebrate other people. And I think that's such a beautiful thing. I think you really, maybe you've even done it for this person. Like if they've had an idea, you've really shined a spotlight on them. Or, you know, if you're in a study group with this person, like all of your achievements are each other's as well. It's like this, it's like just this massive community feel that I get from this person. I want to get you some Work Your Light cards for some advice for you, and then we're going to get you some At Work Oracle cards too. Okay. So, okay, I'm going to get one more. There we go. Thank you. Okay. So we have first, Break the Chain. Ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. So maybe for some people with this break the chain and ancestral patterns, potentially this revolution was a way of breaking down the chain of events. And maybe by chain of events, I mean if you felt pressured by family or friends to go down a particular path or a route, or maybe it was something that like it was passed down through generations of, my dad was a police person, and then I decided to train to go into the police, but I decided I didn't want to, or whatever it was. Maybe there was that kind of the breaking of the chain, I feel like, has happened for you. And remember that that has happened for a reason. Or maybe if it isn't that, maybe if it's not kind of the patterns ancestry brought down, just know that you can break free at any time, and you're never too old, you're never too young to change directions. I mean, they have you starting at such a young age, deciding what it is that you want to be in so many ways. And you know, I might want to change career in 20 years time, and I think you always have the opportunity to do that. And this is what that means for me, is that it doesn't matter what everybody else is doing, whether that's family, friends. You find healing and personal healing by writing your own future, by acting on your free will and your instincts and that fire deep down in your belly. And yeah, you can break the chain at any point, even if you've built up a lot of success for yourself. And I feel like for a lot of people, I feel like that's what's happened through this revolution, is that change. So just know that you're on the right path. You're doing you. You're exactly where you need to be. Share your voice. Come out of the cave. Persecution, expression. So I feel like maybe for some people, this person sees and I think hears your voice, can hear the things that you're passionate about and that you're working towards. And I think they want you to share it further, but also Spirit is saying share it further. With this bear card, we were talking about the kind of the bear coming out the cave in the wind, like from the winter months into the spring. And this is your spring. This is your new life. This is your time to share your voice, show the world what it is that you want and what it is that you are going for, and express yourself in that way. Because I feel like this person is inspired by your personal story, and other people will want to hear that as well, because when one of us breaks free from kind of the shackles or the path that was not serving them, or feeling like they're aligned to their higher purpose, it helps break free other people, break those chains, but also like listen to their internal voice as well. So whatever it is that stirs up inside of you, that voice from Spirit, from your higher self, share that vision. Take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. So this is kind of the treadmill of life, I think, in a lot of ways, the rat race, which I think you have done. But what I'm hearing from Spirit specifically for you is this: take a break, because I feel like you work so hard. And like I said, you celebrate other people. You have so many things to like celebrate for yourself as well as others. And just as you celebrate other people, I would like you to celebrate yourself just as much, please and thank you. So like, you can love what you do and you can feel sustained by what you do, but sometimes we will work ourselves, especially for the things that we love, we will work ourselves to the bone for it, especially if we're helping other people, or like I said, if it's something that you absolutely love doing and you have such an affinity for and you have such a devotion to. But it's okay to take a break, because if you take that time to, you know, be creative in other ways, or to, you know, go for a swim, go for a run. It helps you kind of see the beauty in other things, but it helps you get inspired as well. You come back refreshed and able to even work harder because you've taken that time to fill yourself up emotionally, even if it's a project outside of work that is related. So say you're a musician and you play for an orchestra. This is just a spitballing thing. And say you absolutely love playing your flute in that orchestra, but outside you still want to play music, but you don't want it to feel like work. Maybe pick up a different instrument. I say that having played instruments before, and it's very, very difficult, but there's still that beauty in taking a break and from your life's work and your higher purpose, especially if you found it. It can become contagious, but don't burn yourself out. Like, you can get off the treadmill, you can have a lazy day. You don't have to be on all the time. It's not going anywhere. You know what you're meant for, and that's the main thing. And let's finally get you some at work affirmators too. And obviously I'm aware I said that for some people this could be school, study, that kind of thing. So just bear that in mind, and I'll try and adapt it for that purpose to these affirmators. They do kind of translate. So spirit, great. Okay. Oh, 5. Okay. I wasn't expecting that, but that's fine. Success. I open the floodgates and call all kinds of success into my life. Little everyday at work success, big career defining success, wild, unimagined, unexpected success. All success is welcome here. As long as it doesn't park in the neighbour's driveway, he will yell at us and break up the party. Fail. So with this success, I feel like that is the 6 of Wands, calling you to every single thing, small, large, like every small obstacle that you make your way over, just those little wins, but also those massive things too. Give yourself the pat on the back that you deserve. Celebrate, take a break, and really go out, party, be with those people, like your community, and celebrate yourself. It's welcome in your life, and it's not a showing off thing. You are being celebrated for your hard work, for manifesting the things in your life that you would like. You've been dedicated to your path. Please celebrate yourself, my love. You're so talented, and I can tell how much you love what you do. And maybe you feel like you already get celebrated and you already have so much success because you found it. But there's a difference between allowing other people to celebrate you and to taking a moment and feeling that whole feeling and that victory and that accomplishment, and having people like clap back at you and say, wow, you're amazing, because you are amazing. We've got tenacity. If at first you don't succeed, try to remember that there's an old, tired saying about this for a reason. Everyone fails sometimes, but failure is only failure if it happens on the very last page of your story. And since you're still breathing, that's not where you are right now. So if you've hit an obstacle on your way to success, don't sweat it. Dust off your air quotes and hang them on that failure as a reminder that failures are a part of success, and this is all a part of your lifelong job. Then get right back to it. Your next failure is waiting to bring you closer to your dreams, and everything happens for you, not to you. Even obstacles and diversions, sometimes they're put there to put you onto your life's path, to put you on your highest path, but also to prepare you for future obstacles, for future challenges, and push you past those mountains. So with that tenacity, which I feel like you have got tons of already, just remember that, and I think you already know this, like these failures, and I think you already teach this to other people, and maybe this card is just a reconfirmation of everything that you embody. The failures are not failures. The career that you built up to at this point, what you were studying before, what path you were going down before, is not a failure. It is a beautiful diversion to where you are now. Be so thankful and grateful that you are here in this present moment, and find so much success in exactly where you are, where you're going. in so many ways, and just enjoy that path. Enjoy where that is taking you and all the beautiful mess that it may create along the way, all the things you're going to learn, and just keep that wholeness and that kind of state of bliss and wish fulfillment in your mind through that Nine of Cups. We've also got networking. Ooh, it's that magical, mystical word, networking, with the magical, mystical power of expanding your horizons, boosting your potential, and filling your inbox with LinkedIn requests. Consider this a vote of confidence in your ability to network. You have a lot to offer the world, but if you're offering it to the same small circle, you're shortchanging the rest of us and yourself. Embrace this part of the grown-up game and choose to make it an adventure. You never know which of those LinkedIn thumbnails will turn out to be a picture of your new business partner or your happy hour buddy. So, like I said, I feel like this person who that we were talking about with this what do they think of you? I think they see you as a member of their community, and I feel like you have this connection to other people's hearts. You find this celebration, and I feel like you really uplift and empower other people. And maybe what Spirit is saying is that stepping out of your comfort zone, maybe if you've had this familiarity with people, and maybe it's time to broaden your horizon and see who else is out there, share your voice a little bit further, push yourself to, like I said, if you're an artist, show more people your art, or show more people the love and affinity you have for what you do, and meet other like-minded people like you, to not only just share in your victories, but also to show how talented you are and how much you have to give, because it is so much the love that you feel for this path, and you may just feel sustained exactly where you are, but maybe you're shortchanging other people of your talents. And make it an adventure. Make it every single person that you meet can offer you something, can bring you close, like can bring you new ideas and new things into your life, and they are untapped like potential and opportunities. So you never know where someone or something is going to lead you. We've got outlets. What's this? Gasp. A remedy for the daily grind? That's right. Here's the boost you need to experiment with some new pastimes and hobbies. Work can feel uncreative sometimes, or not aligned with who you are, or completely and utterly devoid of any sort of meaning or value or shred of humanity. But don't despair. You have the ability to express yourself in other ways, and life is full of meaningful endeavours. There's no need to chain yourself to a boring job where there are gardens to grow, baseballs to throw, and pudding-based performance art installations to show. Get out there. So I think with this outlet, it's this kind of reconfirming the take a break for me. So I feel like you are very sustained at work, and this person very much thinks that you are. So if you're not, you put on a brilliant mask in terms of like showing up and showing that love. But I do feel like that comes from somewhere, and that is deep down within you. But know that you can, like I said, change things up, but also find new outlets. And I feel like that's through the take a break. You don't have to be wrapped up in your work all the time, especially if it's something that you love and is creative for you. Like maybe the work that you channel it into at the moment is not as free flowing, or maybe you still feel like your art or your career, it sustains you, but maybe it's not as, maybe you don't have as much freedom as you would like. So make sure that you take the time outside of it, like I said, to find that freedom, to find the freedom of your art in whichever way form it takes. We have enthusiasm, but also if you're like at school or if you're at university, like sometimes the curriculum is not necessarily what you would want to be studying. Maybe there's some aspects of it which you don't get on board with, and that's absolutely fine that it doesn't sustain you. Find alternatives, find different things in that same arena, and find a new skew on it is what I'm hearing. So if you have to write essays or dissertations, do it your way. Like, you know, there's that creative way of, even if it's something that seems like it's very, this is the way it's got to be, this is the way it's got to be taught, you can always spin it to your way, especially because you are an adult, and but you know, if you're at school, but you have that mind, you have that perceptive mind, and because you love it, you will find a way in order to tap in and listen to your intuition in this way, to find that unformed spark. Maybe it's something that no one's ever thought of before. Trust that you'll find an outlet, an in, to make it work for you. And we've also got enthusiasm. When I have to make a spreadsheet, sit in a long meeting with no coffee, or do anything else I don't like, I dig deep and find a way to be enthusiastic about it. The difference between having to do something and getting to do it is all in my perspective, which means I suppose that I have to adopt a positive outlook. Damn it. So I feel like you have unbridled enthusiasm, and this person certainly thinks so. But maybe with this patience card, there's still things you're waiting on, still things you're working towards, like I said, which may not have, like, the fruits of the labour may not be there to be harvested at this moment in time. And like the card says, there's a difference between having to do something and getting to do it. And I feel like you get to do what you love, or you at least know the path that you want to be on, and you are getting to that point where you can feel your manifestations realized, or you know exactly what it is that you want, like where you're going. Or this person certainly thinks she does, like I said. But I think Spirit is saying follow your enthusiasm, follow your spark. And if you are aligned to that, if you're aligned to the love of what you do, like you are in this present moment, you're not only always going to feel sustained, but you're going to show up for yourself and put that action in, because it's all about that feeling that it is right, that you want to pour that love in, but also taking action and steps towards it. That's how you manifest the miracles, but also the dreams and goals that you have into your life, is by taking healthy action towards it, paired with that self-belief, that determination, and that courage. So my glorious friends of pile 1, I'm going to leave that reading there for you guys today for what they think of you. Obviously, we went very much into the advice at the end from Spirit, but that's how I want to leave a reading for you guys, with that advice specifically for you. But I think, like I said, I think you guys are amazing, and this person certainly thinks you are too. So keep doing what you're doing. I am sending so much love. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to see me again, please do hit that subscribe button. I'd love to hear how it resonated with you down in the comment section below. And if you like this reading and you'd like some more career work, school life ones, do let me know, and I'll make sure to add some more into my schedule. But like I said, thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I hope to see you guys again soon. Sending so much love. Bye. Hi lovely friends of pile 2. So if you picked the Affirmators Tarot and the Pyrite, then this reading is going to be for you. So firstly, let's shuffle your tarot of what does this person think of you in a workplace, school scenario, wherever it is. Hold that person in your mind whilst I am shuffling. Let's see. Major shuffles today. Okay, so Spirit, for pile 2, what does their person think of them? What do they think of pile 2? What do they think of pile 2? So we have got the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Let me see. Oh, just keeps going off. No, I think you're upright. Upright, 8 of Pentacles. We have the 4 of Cups. We have the Wheel of Fortune. I think the 8 of Pentacles was actually supposed to be quite jaunty. So I'm going to kind of... I've heard something from Spirit where it's, especially now that the Wheel of Fortune has come up. Oh yeah, and the 8 of Swords. And we've also got the Page of Pentacles on the back. So I'm going to remember that. I'm going to have to put that off to the side because we've got more than I bargained for / anticipated, but that's fine. We'll move you around. We will make room. We will make room for everyone. Apart from the Page of Pentacles, you have to go away for the moment, but I will remember you. Okay, so let's get your Oracle cards as well. We have Passion. We have Messiah, serving humanity with humility. we have gratitude, pink rose, we have daughter value, and we also have snake. So the first thing that I'm hearing for this pile, and that's why I said, oh, it's a bit of a jaunty Eight of Pentacles, could be either way. And that's because of the Wheel of Fortune card here as well. I think this person thinks of you with so much untapped potential. I think they think the world of you in terms of, I think they believe that you can have whatever you set your sights for, whatever you want to work hard for, whatever it is that you are dreaming of, your goals, your highest goals, that they see so much potential in you as a person. And I think my general feeling is that they think that you haven't decided what it is that you set your sight on, or if you are wishing upon something, that your thoughts, or maybe even thoughts of other people, are wrapping around you and almost preventing you from moving forward to what it is that you want to do. But I think I'm getting a really heavy sense for a lot of people that they may be your teacher, or maybe a mentor of some kind, or maybe a professor. But with this Page of Pentacles, this can sometimes indicate a student, or a scholar, or someone starting out in like this unformed sensational world. So potentially you are at the moment maybe you're even like a novice in the career that you'd like to go for, or maybe you've started over in a new career, and this is, or maybe you're just new to the company. So please don't take it in that way. But for a lot of people, I'm hearing that you may be at school or at university. But I think this person just sees you as someone who is so humble of your talents, because I feel like they see these raw talents that you have, but also this deep intelligence through this Queen of Pentacles. We got so much earth energy here. We got the Queen of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, obviously, and the snake. So earth signs placements could be very heavy in your chart, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. And I just think that you don't give yourself enough credit. And I think you're a natural nurturer, and you want to nurture other people, or you want to really look after your family, is what I'm hearing for a couple of people. Or maybe you really take on board what your family say in a lot of ways. But you are someone who I don't think sees your potential, like you don't see the potential within yourself, or if you do see what it is that you want, there are sometimes thoughts, concerns, situations that may feel like you're trapped and that you can't go for those things. But this is why this Eight of Pentacles was a little bit jaunty, because they see you as someone, whatever you decide to put your mind to and to do and make action towards it, you will achieve. But I think at the moment, they might feel that you might be a bit deflated. Maybe you're looking at the loss of the situation, of what hasn't happened for you, or the obstacles that maybe you have to overcome at the moment. Not that you're not grateful. I feel like with this gratitude, I think they're very happy to have known you and to be in this position where they can kind of open this door to value in a lot of ways, because I feel like they see you as someone who holds so much value, holds so much untapped potential. But maybe at the moment they see you going for things, and maybe they don't think they are in the position to tell you this themselves, but maybe they see you. I feel like I'm hearing that they see a lot of themselves in you, but maybe there's like this low self-confidence which you might have at the moment, or you're busy serving other people, you're serving other humans, as it were, because you have a great passion for that with the Queen of Pentacles, of looking after other people, that you're almost leaving yourself behind. And I think they don't want you to do that. They want you to find what brings you joy, what emotionally fulfills you, because they know that that's what you're A, worthy of, but B, that will sustain you. And I think with this star, and this little rocket in the corner, I think they want you to shoot for the stars. I think they think you're so worthy of the moon, the stars, anything that you want to achieve. They fully believe that you will. And with this Wheel of Fortune, I think they want you to take a bargain on yourself, to take a chance on the things that you love and go for it. Because maybe there's maybe your practical mind is like, this is what I should be doing. This is what I should be creating for myself. This is what I should be working towards, whether those are thoughts of other people, like other teachers that have maybe put them onto you, or maybe it's just your natural talents of what you displayed, and maybe that's where you wanted to go at one point. But I feel like maybe your passion or there's maybe something else that's been reignited, and maybe they're saying like, the stuff that you emotionally thought that you were connecting with, there's this beautiful opportunity kind of waiting right behind you that I can't really push you to look at, but it's there. And I think if you are feeling lost in this situation, I think they want you to bet on yourself. I'm hearing Troy Bolton, bet on it, as in you can bet on me. It's so silly, but I love it. But I think there's bet on it, as in like bet on yourself, back yourself, and really like know that the cycles, the obstacles that may have come up for you in this wheel of fortune, like to take a chance on yourself. And really, I think serve yourself first and fill yourself up. Cast off those should directives of what should you be doing, and actually look at what it is that you want to be doing. Because when you are doing something that you want to do, when you find that shining star and you pour your faith, your hope, your serenity into it, and you know and you feel guided by that, the hope of the situation, that will help detangle and help you realize that the different thoughts, like the insurmountable situation that you may find yourself in, it becomes clearer. It dispels this fog when you believe in yourself and you have that self-belief, but also the belief in your dreams and that they are achievable and you are worthy of them, because you do have this deep inner knowledge, these resources, this experience behind you in whatever way it manifests for you, but also this great passion and great drive. And for some people, I just heard from Spirit, maybe for some people, you're at this point where maybe you have to decide what it is that you want to do. Maybe it's that you feel like you're on the final countdown, as it were, of picking the path. But it's never finite. It's never final. I mean, I was babysitting someone that I've looked after for years and years, and they were so worried about their GCSEs, and this is kind of like, it's sort of when you're kind of 14, 15, and they were so worried. And I remember being that age and being so wrapped up in, this is going to affect my whole life, this is going to affect my whole career trajectory, I've got to do well in these exams, I've got to do all of those things. And they feel like so much of the world in that present moment, but they don't define you. They don't define what you're capable of, because there's that great saying of, why make a fish climb a tree? Because that's not its natural talent. So if you're worried about exams, if you're worried about displaying your talent, don't be. This person is not worried about that. But also some of the tests, some of the things that we have to go through life, and especially in education, sometimes they're not meant for you. Sometimes they're meant for other people and they get other people to exactly where they want to be. But for you, they might not be those things. And also you can change directions at any time. And I think this person is so grateful that they are maybe able to nurture you in some way and to see you grow with this pink rose. I think they see that you've got so many things that is unfolding within you, and you're such a gift. And with this Messiah, this serving humanity with humility, if they are a teacher, I think because their thing would be serving humanity, or, you know, teaching the next generation, as it were. But I think they find such a passion for it, especially when they see you. I think they realize why they're on that path, and if they can shape one life, is what I'm hearing. Obviously, if this is more of a work situation for you, and maybe it's more novice or mentee, or maybe it's a line manager or something like that, I think they see you almost following their footsteps in a way with this Messiah, or like they see your value and where you want to, or where you should be going, or something like that, or especially like, or what trajectory you could be on, but they don't want to push you. This person is not here to push you. With this Snake card, they see the unawakened magic potential, or like the creative potential bubbling up within you, and they want you to kind of wake it up on your own terms, to find what it is that you want to do, because you're going to find so much prosperity when you decide what it is that you want. When you take this, maybe with this Page of Pentacles, this unformed sensation of wherever you are at this moment, whether you're studying, or whether you're starting as a novice, or that kind of thing, or starting anew in a fresh workplace, they want you to play. And they want you to build yourself up and play with and mold who it is that you want to be, to find your guiding star, and to really like get rid of all of the shoulds of what you should be doing, and actually what it is that you want. What is it that you want from your life and your career, and what are your passions? Because I think with this Eight of Pentacles, they don't want you to be deflated, or to feel like you're not achieving, because you are. They see so much, and they already see the door open, that maybe you're waking up to something. Maybe you really perked up in one of their classes or one of their lectures, or when you were on a specific project, and they want you to keep looking for that hope, keep looking for the cup that is going to sustain you, because there is so much hope and so much new energy coming your way, especially from Spirit. Spirit is saying, but if you allow yourself to listen to that voice, if you listen to that voice within, what is it telling you? Where is it guiding you? What makes you feel love? What makes you feel passion? And to go after that, to seek it out, and ask the people that have, if people are above you, like line managers and stuff, tell them what it is that you want. Tell them what your dreams and your aspirations and your hopes are, because this person wants to hear those things. They want to try and I think unpick a lot of the obstacles that may feel like are in your way through that Eight of Swords, because they can see the powerful experienced person that you already are, and actually how much you are within your power already. But I think, like I said, that low confidence or low self-esteem that may sometimes hold you back. They want to try and help you push through those voices in a lot of ways. So I want to get you some cards. I know I've done a lot of like Work Your Light already, but we're going to use the Work Your Light Oracle too. So Spirit, what else do you have to tell my lovely? Oh yeah, there's two in there already. Okay, great. So we've got Awakening, Energetic Upgrade, A New Way of Being, Integration. So I feel like this is what Spirit's talking about in this awakening. They can see, and this person can see, how you are flourishing, how you are opening up, but also when you nurture the things that you love to do, how you do open up, how like that flower, you know, it just bursts. It's like that pure energy of love for what it is that you're doing. But I also think maybe you are awakening to the path that it is that you want. Like, there's this kind of intuitive pull towards something, and it's about balancing that and integrating it into your life. If you feel like there's people that aren't supporting you, or this person definitely has your back. This person wants to see you tap into that potential, but also to open the door to your fullest value, to have that value of self, to give you that self-confidence in so many ways. So this person can certainly give you advice, and maybe they are hoping that you do come to them in a lot of ways. But it feels like it's time for you to step up to the game with this Wheel of Fortune in a way, and start playing for what it is that you want. And this new way of being, maybe it's hard to have those conversations with people, family, friends, who maybe don't understand, who maybe put their fears and anxieties on the path that maybe you see for yourself. But that when you feel sustained about it, when you have that passion and that drive for what it is that you're doing, and you're following your instincts, the thoughts of others and the kind of fears and anxieties that scream in your head, they become dimmer, because fear, anxiety, they scream, energy doesn't. And the energy of the situation, what's awakening within you, that isn't lying to you. We've also got warrior woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? And I think this is the thing. Maybe you feel like you are battling with things at the moment, and know that you are tenacious, you are dedicated enough and also able to remove the swords around you, move those obstacles, that insurmountable situation, like I was saying, whether it's words of people saying that you can't do this or you can't do that. You are able to remove those and say, actually, I'm going to fortify my boundaries of what I will and won't accept. And that language is not my language. And therefore, I don't accept that for myself. And to keep fighting for it, what it is that you want. Because when you're in that fight for what you want, you will always show up for it. And with this, have you answered your deepest calling? I feel like this new way of being, this new energetic upgrade, is almost your deepest calling. What is that star? What are you feeling drawn to? Even if it's not tangible, even if it's not there, you are that star in a lot of ways. You are your own guidance. You are that wish. What is it that you wish for? And don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? And I think this is what this person would say to you as well as spirit. Because I feel like this person sees, like I said, maybe they see a lot of themselves in you. Maybe they feel like they are on a very similar path in some ways. Don't dim your light. Don't dim your hopes or whatever it is that you want to fit into the mold, because we need innovators, we need creators, we need people who speak from their heart, who follow their intuition in this life. They, breathe life into society in a lot of ways. But don't dim what it is that you want, your hopes and dreams, just because you're worried about what someone's going to say about them, because nothing is silly. If it's come from yourself and it's come from your deep knowing that that's what you're meant to be doing, that is not silly. When I, turned around and decided I was going to pursue tarot and follow that, I was really worried about what people were going to say, especially when I was working for the workplace that I'm at the moment. And I was like, I've changed heaps. They're going to think this X, Y, Z. But I got so wrapped in what other people were going to think about me, I forgot about my light. And actually that's all that matters, and my light shines through any of the things. And actually so many people have been so positive about it and have loved it and have loved that I love it. And that's the main thing. The people that support you, your biggest advocates, are always going to be there and always want you to show your light, to shine it. So lean into those people, be grateful for those people in your life, but know that your passion will help you find other people who burn as brightly as you do and help sustain you even further. So lastly, we're going to get these at work affirmators. And obviously we've got at work, but for a lot of people watching this pile, I feel like you could be at school or university. So please I'll adapt them for that too, as well as for work. So let's get that one as well. Okay, so we have got focus. I align with my ability to focus anytime, anywhere, on anything. I'm a veritable magician and I can magically focus wherever I want. Look, it's working right now. I'm focused on everything except what I need to do. So with this focus, I feel like it's this star. Focusing on what it is that you want, getting very specific about what it is and speaking that into reality by being that thing anytime, anywhere, to anyone. and being like, this is who I am, this is what I am focusing on. And it's almost like if you're spreading yourself so thin, or if you're kind of giving your energy to different pots, as it were, or different cups, and you may not feel sustained enough by just one of them if it's not giving back. But I feel like with this Ace of Pentacles, like I was saying, if you feel sustained and you feel that passion for what you are doing, you're always going to find that mental focus and focus on whatever it is that you want. But also that Magician is all about that courage, that determination paired with action towards what you want, that manifests your dreams and your goals into reality. We've also got Decisiveness. I go with my gut. And when faced with decisions, I make my choices quickly and confidently. I trust my experience and skill, and I will boldly and proudly go anywhere they lead me, except IKEA on a Saturday. Come on, guys. So with this decisiveness, and this Queen of Pentacles, you have this deep intelligence, and your experience, even if you don't feel like you are as experienced in this field or in where exactly you want to go, if you feel like you're still studying, you know yourself. No one knows you better than you. You make your decisions. You have free will. A tarot reader, me, I cannot make those decisions for you. Your teachers can't, your parents can't. You have to make those decisions. Trust your experiences, trust your skills, and go with your gut, go with your instincts in this situation, because you are the person that has to live your life. And you know those things that are meant for you and the things that are not meant for you. Trust that. Trust your inner, your internal compass. That's spirit. Like whether you have to meditate over it, whether I've got a pendulum out today as well, maybe on a map, like maybe you feel like you have to do some like internal scanning, but that is absolutely fine. You know the path that you need to tread. You hold the map, and you know, you decide the path that you're going to tread. And as soon as you set your sights on that goal in mind, even if obstacles come up, even if there's conversations you have to have, your passion is going to sustain you on that path. And with this Messiah card, your path may not be for everybody. Not everyone may understand you in this lifetime, or the people around you in your community, but be grateful for your calling and be grateful for where you feel that you are led, because with that Messiah, like, not everything is meant for everybody. Your path may not be the path for someone else, and likewise, you don't need to fit into a mold that someone else is going down or has gone down before you. And lastly, we've got ego. When my selfish ego rears its ugly, screaming little head, I calmly toss it a Xanax and ask it to leave me alone. I'm a big, generous person, and in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter if someone gets credit for my idea, because at the end of the day, when you really stop to think about it, the idea might end up being bad, and then they'll have to take the fall. So there. I think with this ego card, what I'm hearing is really the ego's plan for what you need to do, whether that's chase a particular career path or chase money, chase whatever it is that maybe you feel like you should be doing, like we were saying about those should directives. I don't really think it's about someone else having the idea or anything else. I think what Spirit is saying mainly for me in this card for you guys is that to remember how big and generous you are, and that actually you are in charge of your life, and you can break away from the ego's plan of what other people are saying, of your of kind of trying to manipulate the goal or manipulate a career around what your heart wants, and actually try and break free from that and find your happiness, find that freedom and your tranquility, your rainbow, whatever it is that is. Because like with this decisiveness card, but also with the end of it, with, you know, someone else might have to take the fall, like, you are responsible for your actions. You are responsible for what decisions you make and how you focus, how much you work all of those things. And like I said, no one else is going to live your life. So you have got to feel sustained, and you have got to feel like you are answering your deepest calling. There's no point of walking to the beat of someone else's drum. And I feel like that's what Spirit is saying, is that actually calm your mind and don't allow those words and thoughts and those fears and anxieties to scream at you. Center yourself and listen to your intuition, listen to your instincts, that internal compass, and focus on that voice. So my glorious friends of pile 2, I'm going to leave this reading there for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I've loved reading your cards. I'd love to hear if it resonated in the comments section, but also if you'd like more videos like this, please do let me know and I can add some more into my schedule. But like I said, I think you guys are awesome. You guys are going to make the right decisions for you. Trust yourself. I'm sending so much love. I really hope to see you guys again. If you'd like to see me again soon, please do hit that subscribe button. Until next time, bye. Hi lovely friends of pile 3. So if you picked the Orbita Tarot deck and also the Moonstone Heart, then this reading is going to be for you. So firstly, we are going to shuffle your tarot. We're going to delve straight into this question of what do they think of you. As I said in the intro, whoever this person is for you in a workplace, in school, whoever it is, hold that person in your mind whilst I shuffle. So Spirit, for pile 3, what does this person think of pile 3? So we have got the King of Cups, we have got the 8 of Cups, we have got the 9 of Wands, we have got the 10 of Wands, and we've also got the 8 of Swords and also the Ace of Pentacles on the back of the deck too. And in terms of oracle cards, we have Energy, we have Advocate, inspires you to put compassion into action. We have Vitality, Fig, we also have Walking Away, and we also have Nightingale. So in terms of signs, although they're not massively important, you may have placements within your charts. We have got air in the Nightingale, so Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. And then in terms of the Cups energy, water signs, Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. But like I said, you don't have to have those placements. If you do, it may just be a confirmation for you. So this person, what they think of you, I think they think of you as someone very much charged to their heart, someone who is very balanced but also very established in their feeling. I think you feel well, heaps, an awful lot, but I think you're very passionate and you are an advocate for the downtrodden. And my suspicion is maybe you feel like people, maybe not specifically this person, but if this person has, maybe you feel like people have or walked over you a bit at this job or in this environment that you may be in, but also that maybe you've carried a lot of burdens and oppressions in your time with this 10 of Wands and also with this 8 of Swords. I feel like they see that maybe you were entangled in a thought situation, maybe there was even like bullying, is what I'm hearing for some people, but that you took on an awful lot, that you were taking on heaps in terms of this 10 of Wands, and that you almost couldn't really delegate anything, that they were kind of expecting that from you, but that you felt that you were taking on so much. And I feel like your energy waned in a lot of ways from having to carry so much. And I think this person sees you as walking away, or maybe you have even walked away from this person and this place and this environment. So if this is a kind of previous employer, I wouldn't be surprised. Or if this is energy that you are currently escaping from or leaving, I see a lot about journeying away here. And also for speaking up for yourself in terms of this Nightingale and speaking your heart's truest like ideas, because I feel like you are a naturally really giving person. We've also got Taurus. Sorry, I've just seen in terms of this earth sign in this fig, there's the Taurus sign there as well. So I feel like you're a really hardworking, tenacious person, a team player, but someone who really leads with compassion, leads with their heart. And in terms of the King of Cups, that doesn't mean that you allow your emotions to take control, but you listen to, you're able to change perspectives, you're able to really emotionally see all sides of the situation and make a level-headed decision, but really making an unbiased decision, but choosing your heart and making sure your heart is, you are compassionate, that you are being compassionate to other people, but also first and foremostly to yourself. And I feel like this situation that you were in was emotionally not sustaining you, that you weren't as sustained emotionally as you hoped you would be. There wasn't enough healing and love there, and you feel like you had to walk away, that you've had to, or that you are walking away from this situation, that maybe you're actively going up for new jobs or seeking out new ventures and ideas. And with this Ace of Pentacles, maybe you found a new opportunity, or like I said, maybe you're waiting for this opportunity to present itself to you. But I think this person can feel you slipping away, can see that you are going to put your energy into other situations, that actually that you are not going to be sucked dry from this situation anymore, that you are going to take that standpoint, and actually that you have heaps of strength, that you are, like I said, tenacious, dedicated, but also that you are going to guard yourself from energy which no longer serves you in order for your growth. With this Nine of Wands, potentially you have like creative endeavors, or your instincts and your inspiration is, and maybe you're a creative person in some way, because I would say aligning with your emotions, but also with where your instincts are going, that you have such optimism for life, and you are very, very strong. And Nine of Wands is the card of strength, but you are going to advocate for yourself instead of putting others first in this situation, even though that is your natural instinct in terms of the King of Cups, as in a really giving person wanting to help other people. You know, in this situation that maybe you haven't been as vocal as you've wanted to be with this Nightingale. Maybe you haven't been able to speak as freely as you wanted to this person. Maybe if this person was your manager, or someone high up in the company that you were working for, or top dog at your, you know, school or whatever it is. But I feel like I get that this is probably more of a workplace scenario for a lot of people, but you weren't able to sing your heart's truest song. And I'm hearing that maybe you felt like a caged bird in some way, like shackled to this particular place. Or maybe with this Eight of Swords, that situations kept piling up, and like I was saying, maybe there was workplace bullying in some ways or something, but maybe there was, people were feeding you these ideas, or putting the thoughts in your head, or treating you that you, like you were less than, that you weren't as talented as you were, but and maybe completely disregarding all of your strength and all of your experience and all of the energy that you actually were bringing to the table. I feel like maybe it wasn't everyone, and maybe it wasn't this specific person, because I do think this person thinks very highly of you in terms of they were able to see this situation from almost a bird's eye view, which is why I think it's probably higher management or something like that. Or with this King of Cups, it could be someone that you have an emotional connection to in some way. You don't have to have, but maybe they are a friend. Maybe they brought you into this work environment, or brought you into this company. Maybe they were a friend from before, or a friend from study, or a friend of a friend, or maybe family for some people. But with this King of Cups, like they knew you were going to put that relationship to the side. But I think there's this kind of great, this horrible feeling from them that they've almost put you in harm's way, is what I'm hearing for a lot of people. But they see how much, like how ripe a fruit that you are, how much you have got to give, and they maybe feel like you are maybe guarding your passions from them now, or what it is that you're growing behind. Like maybe you've put your guard up against, or maybe it's just because you put your guard up against this energy, or like I said, maybe you've walked away, that maybe they don't feel like they have that access to you that they used to. Maybe your relationship isn't as free flowing, but the main thing is they understand why you had to do what you had to do and why you had to follow your path, because they didn't want you to feel caged by this situation. And with this Eight of Swords, they understand how it can wrap up around you and how you can feel this burden and how you can run out of steam, because they see you as someone who is very energetic and will stand up and take action against it, when like against like bullies, or to be quite frank, and I'm sorry if these people aren't that or weren't that to you, or this situation wasn't, but for a few handful of people, I do feel like because of this advocate and this compassion, I feel like people may have taken advantage of you in some way, even if it wasn't a particular person, like I said about bullying, or I feel like you've just taken on a lot of work and not been given your proper dues for it, not been given the fruits of your labour, as it were. And with this Ace of Pentacles, maybe this new opportunity has come in and you're jumping for it, or maybe you have started something new away from this person, but this doesn't mean that they don't recognise the work that you did and how tenacious you are, and also where you are going. And in terms of this Nightingale, I think they can see and hear your fearless voice, that they know that you are a great communicator and that you are not a shy person, that you will sing from the rooftops what it is that you want, your heart's truest song. And actually, I think they saw you being deflated, and the part between your heart and your voice, it was almost fractured because of these people, or because of this situation, which maybe they felt like they couldn't intervene in some way, or if they could, they almost didn't want it to be like, I'm hearing for some people, maybe not favoritism if they did bring you in, or maybe because there's that emotional connection there in some way. Maybe they see a lot of themselves in you for some people, but maybe they knew that you were strong enough to fight this battle by yourself. Or maybe if you didn't speak up and they could see it, they were like, well, I can't act on it if they don't say anything to me. Is that energy, like I can see it and I can call it out when I see it, and maybe they could feel it. And that's the thing, energy doesn't lie, but maybe if they didn't have those physical things in a workplace, it's frustrating. But even if you can't always go off feeling in a situation, which is why maybe through the King of Cups, maybe for you and for them, maybe the energy felt off, but because they weren't seeing the tangible things that were maybe happening behind the scenes, they couldn't act. But there is this like deep compassion for you, and also this understanding why you had to walk away, I think, or why you are pulling away from this situation. And I think they see your passion, or they know what you're passionate about, and they want you to speak it into existence. They want you to sing and go after your heart's truest desires. And especially if those opportunities for the Ace of Pentacles, they want luck to be on your side. They want opportunities to be offered to you that you're going to jump at and you're going to feel sustained in. They don't want you to feel emotionally stagnant in any way, or that you're, just there, because you're not just a part, you're not just a cog in the machine. You are a lot to this person in terms of your creativity and your growth and where you are going. But they understand why you are taking that decision to walk away. If you are, maybe you've handed in your notice, or like I said, maybe you've been away from this for a while now, but you are a really inspiring individual. And obviously with this light attribute of the Advocate, inspires you to put compassion into action. And I think they see you taking your raw inspiration and acting for it, having that courage and determination to go down the path, to follow your instincts and to break away from the chains that were holding you down. So I want to get some Work Your Light Oracle cards for you. This is not necessarily going to be from this person. This is more from Spirit for advice for you. So Spirit, how many? Oh, 2. Okay, one more. What else do you have to say? Okay. So we have Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? So I feel like for some people who are still in this situation, with this Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? How can you nurture yourself? How can you bring about what it is that you want into existence? And in this Ad Orbita deck, it's all about, it's flowers, but it's also kind of stars and that kind of thing. And I love how it's star, but also mother as in nurture, Mother Nature, is really what I'm hearing. And how can you cultivate the happiness? How can you grow that love? And it's by drawing it into your center, by realizing your self-worth and what you are worthy of and what is speaking from you in a lot of ways. What are your hopes and dreams and aspirations? And actually, you don't need the thoughts of any one person, or you don't need any one person to get you where you want to go. You do that for yourself. You by taking action, but also being sensitive to yourself and treating yourself how you would a friend, and how, you know, you would hope anyone wanting to nurture you and mother you would. Speak to yourself with kindness, realize your self-worth and your potential, and choose to nurture those things, to water those things, and not situations, not draw your energy out towards things or people that don't actually serve your highest purpose in any way. I feel like these people are small fry, is what I'm hearing. And I love that. I love that expression. They are small fish in the mighty, mighty ocean. And you're a big fish. You're a massive, massive fish in terms of your massive potential. And you don't need to be drawn into situations. You can put your guard up. You can have those healthy boundaries against energy like that, against energy drains. And like I said, maybe you've walked away from that situation, you realize, and that is an act of nurturing yourself and mothering yourself, making those decisions for you. And for that, if you are walking away, or if you're in the process of walking away, I'm really, really proud of you for doing that. And you have got heaps and tons of strength, because you are being vulnerable, you are being honest with yourself, and that is the greatest form of strength. Also, not arguing with people, like I said, not getting involved in like pettiness, like, and actually just choosing to put your boundaries up and step away from the situation. That's strong. Not many people can do that when we're in a world where we retaliate and stuff like that. We've got birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. I feel like this is your Ace of Pentacles moments. You're birthing a new age. What is it that you're moving towards? What is your instincts? What are they calling you to go for? What are you creating? Because this energy feels like now you're not allowing energy drains to come at you, or you're not in this environment, or you're walking away. Certainly you're pulling back and allowing that energy to go towards yourself, to your center. You're now birthing new things and bringing your new world. And there's a great interview with Timothée Chalamet, which was where he was basically talking about manifestation, and everyone was going crazy on TikTok, which I absolutely loved. But it's all about that, like, you create your world. And I think, and you know, your internal body is a reflection of your external circumstances. And so if you feel like you're worthy of a new chapter, and you feel this energy running through you, this new idea, this new instinctual pull to something, you are going to dream that world into being. Things are going to shift around you. New opportunities are come towards you. Once you release the energy of old and what you don't want anymore, and you start cultivating the new things, but also start loving that part of you that is like calling out. And we've got Warrior Woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? So keep fighting for yourself with this Nightingale about speaking up, speaking freely, your heart's truest desires. Like I said, you don't need to get involved in the pettiness. You don't need to exchange words, any of that, because that's expending your energy on stuff that you don't need to anymore. But are you, like, you're an advocate for other people, I feel, and you have compassion for other people. Be an advocate for yourself. If you feel like an underdog, if you feel like you weren't shown your due, or you were treated as if you weren't good enough or whatever, you absolutely are. Fight for yourself in terms of do the things that you love and show up for yourself, and know that you are not judged by other people, that other people's assessment of you does not actually amount to your value. The most important thing is how you value yourself, and that is not always intangible physical attributes. That is in your sense of spirit and where you are going, your creative visualization of where you want to go. That is so much more powerful, is your identity and your sense of self. So I also want to get these at work affirmator cards as well. So let's have a look-see too. Obviously, if you're at school or studying, although for this one I feel like it's like I said, I feel like it was more of a workplace, but it doesn't necessarily have to have been, but if it is, I'll adapt as I see them. And we have got imagination. I treasure my imagination, and I can conjure it up and use it at any time. My imagination helps me dream up creative solutions to complex problems that I wouldn't have thought of from inside the same old box. Like how to maybe get outside of this box. Anyone help? So with this imagination, like I was saying, your internal world is a reflection of your external. What you dream into being and what you dream of will start to reflect back to you. But also whether that's through manifestations or whatever, but also your path, I feel like you are breaking out of the box, whether that's you just walking away from this job, or for you putting your energy into something, maybe a new opportunity that you see which is maybe not fully realized, or maybe following your creative intuition. Like, you are breaking out of the box, and that can be scary. Or maybe you're breaking just out of your box of what you thought you could and should do, and that can be a scary path, but you feel that call, and actually you've already woken up to the call, you've already heard the alarm. So stop snoozing it and realize that you're already outside of the box, and your fierce tenacity uplifts other people too. You are birthing a new age. With this new age card as well, I feel like your impact is massive. It's not only just on yourself and your own self-transformation. I feel like you are destined to uplift other people and also advocate for other people in a lot of ways with this Warrior Woman. So keep going, keep imagining the world that you want to see. We've got follow through. I turbo boost my stamina and activate the power of commitment, enjoying the satisfaction that comes with following through on everything I start. This week, everything is getting the follow through treatment. No missed deadlines, no forgotten email threads, no sitting around here while there is a perfectly good happy hour going on right across the street. Show some commitment, people. So I feel like with this follow through that, you know, maybe this is even following through on like this relationship with this person. Maybe it's following through what has started. If you feel like you've had to walk away or you are walking away, like follow through with the tasks that you had or the dreams and that kind of thing. But commit to your path, commit to yourself, and allow your fierceness and your voice to shine through that. Like I said, you don't need to get involved in energy that doesn't serve you, like doesn't serve your present or your future self. There's no point in getting wrapped up in the past of what happened, but show commitment for yourself, stand up for yourself, and follow through on what it is that you want to do. Maybe it's making those lists, whatever it is, but don't be afraid to show other people what it is that you're going to go for. But yeah, maybe with this no missed deadlines, no forgotten email threads, no sitting around here, like I feel like you're a very tenacious spirit, and you maybe feel guarded, like I said, with that energy of the Nine of Wands. You've got this immense strength, but maybe you've got that guard up because you don't know who necessarily to trust. But maybe networking is something that you need to be doing, or something like that, and this is maybe your follow through. We have got money as well. I deserve to make money, and I invite financial abundance into my life by mailing out hundreds of gilded envelopes that say, "Your presence is required, please RSVP." If the desire to make more money seems selfish or shallow, I remind myself that money is only path to food, shelter, and a secure retirement. Then watch myself quickly shut up and get back to hustling. Those gilded envelopes won't pay for themselves. So I feel like with this money card, you deserve to create what it is that you want. You deserve to have opportunities flowing to you that pay you for your time and for your worth. And I feel like this situation, if it lowered your self-esteem, if it knocked your self-confidence, then I want to personally go and see who these people are and tell them what for, because pile 3 is worth so much more than that. So this for me is saying you are not being selfish or shallow. You are not, you know, by taking a step away, by following something else, or, you know, by seeking out money in a different way, that is for you, and it's for your shelter, your retirement, your food. But also, you don't need to tell people what you're spending your money on, or tell people how much money you're worth, or anything like that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because that, you need to feel the value, and you need to feel your value being paid for. You don't work for free. Your services, your creative talent, your imagination, your creative spark, your energy deserves to be recognized by those people. Yes, of course, we need to make money in order to pay the bills, in order to pay our rent, buy our house, whatever it is. But like I said, it's not about the physical attributes in life a lot of the times. What the most important thing is your sense of self and your confidence, and you feeling like you are the top of your game, and that you are being recognized for your talents and for your energy. And you deserve that. You really, really do. So my glorious friends of pile 3, I'm going to leave that reading there for you guys today. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I hope it resonated with you. If you like this reading, please do let me know. I'd love to hear in the comments if you'd like to see more like this as well, because this is my first of my kind of work, career, school kind of series. So let me know if it worked, if you would like to see more like this. But thank you so much for letting me read your cards. I've loved it. If you'd like to see me again, please do hit that subscribe button. Until next time, I'm sending so much love. Bye. Hi, lovely friends of pile 4. So if you picked the Santa Muerte tarot deck and the gold stone, then this reading is going to be for you. So firstly, let's shuffle your tarot cards, get them straight on the table, and we've got your oracle cards ready and waiting. So like I said in the intro, keep this person in your mind whilst I'm shuffling these cards, whether they're at workplace, whether they're at their school. So Spirit, let's see, what do they think of pile 4? What does this person think of pile 4? So we have the 7 of Cups, we have the Lovers, we have the Queen of Cups, we have the Page of Wands, and we also have the Page of Pentacles, and on the back of the deck we also have the 9 of Wands too. Great. And then in terms of oracle cards, we have Confidence, we have Artist, expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the 5 senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. We also have Protection. We also have Patience. And then for you guys, 2 fell out of the deck. And I was literally just about to put them back and be like, Spirit, I only need 1 for this. I've had 1 for all the other parts of the pile. After the other parts of the pile, the other piles. But 2 fell out, and I specifically heard, no, leave it. So we have got Mouse energy, and we also have Lion energy. And I feel like it's a really specific reason that we have got both out, is that this person sees the potential in you and they are patient to see you. I think they feel very protective over you at this time, and maybe they see you as someone quite shy and introverted maybe, but you see so much beauty in the world, and that maybe at the moment you've kind of got quite a fearful outlook in some way, but they want you to have confidence, or maybe they've seen confidence in you in the past and they know what you are meant for, and they know that you have and you will wear your heart on your sleeve and follow your dreams. And they just know that you need to have patience with yourself, and that actually you are so strong. Maybe you have your guard up against them even at the moment, but you see life in a different way. And with this artist card, I think you see so much artistry in life, or maybe you did, but maybe your vision at the moment has become quite limited with this mouse card. But also, if you asked about someone that maybe you are, I don't feel like this is for many people, but if you asked about someone that is under your wing potentially, this would be the flip of it. Because I feel like with this Lovers card, I feel like there's a kind of partnership or contract here in some way. For the majority of people, I feel like this is someone who is protecting them and wants you to have confidence. But if you are the other person looking after this person, they see you as a protector in a lot of ways, someone that is going to look after them, but who is very patient with them and all of those things. But I feel like for the majority of people, flip it if you are that person who is looking after this kind of mouse personality. Maybe it's a student or someone that you're mentoring in some way, or you've taken under your wing. Maybe with this page, with these two pages, maybe they're your apprentice. In some ways, or maybe you're even a family member that this person has gone to, and they've kind of appealed to your heart and said, look, I need help figuring out this and everything. So potentially you are that person, more this Lion, but I think it's because you see a lot of yourself in them and they in you, which is why I feel like it's flipped. I feel like both people have been in the other situation, but I'm going to talk more as if they are this Lion, because with this Lion card, I feel like they are someone who is in a lot of ways the epitome of peace and strength. Someone who is maybe really like has this great self-mastery, is quite self-assured, who is patient, who is quite regal, maybe quite high up, who is a kind of a master of their creativity. And with this Lion, it's fire energy, so potentially a Leo, Sagittarius or Aries, but we've also got Aries as well in this protection, in this Onion card here too. But I feel like this person is someone who has gone through their own spiritual and personal growth, someone who has come up against lots of obstacles. Obviously with Lion we get all of that, the Lion King, like, you know, coming through the other side, fighting those battles, but who has now this really keen eye, who is really precise in their words and actions, and they're not wasting their energy on just anyone. So the fact that they have looked after this mouse, but also that they want this mouse to become more of a lion, that they don't want them to be eaten up in any way, that they want this mouse person to realize their self-worth, is what I'm mainly hearing. Because I feel like this mouse personality may see lots of different options or lots of different possibilities where life may take them, but maybe they don't feel like they have the confidence to go after them. And this person is very protective and just wants mouse to dream bigger, to have that faith in themselves, because I feel like mouse has come up against a lot of obstacles. Mouse has had to maybe have their guard up in some way. Maybe they've been beaten down by the words of other people. Maybe they've not been nurtured or been told that they can grow the things that they've wanted to. But this person thinks that they see life in such a colourful way, in such a different way, in such a new perspective, and they want them to protect themselves against other people, against what other people are saying, naysayers and that kind of thing, but also dream large. And they have the patience with this person. They want to nurture them, to see them grow, because they see them as someone who is really organized. With this, we get earth energy, so Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, someone who's really organized, resourceful, who will do the work, who will like find the center of the situation. But also with this Onion card is incredibly layered, and I feel like maybe Mouse has been able to open up, maybe show what their truest heart's desires are, or at the very least kind of say what's been going on emotionally for them. But I think Lion just sees that this person wants to follow their heart and wants to really offer them all the emotional support that they need in a lot of ways. Maybe it's a bit hard to do that in this mentee teacher situation, if maybe that's who they are. I feel like it could be that, or like I said, a family member. Maybe it's quite easy to give the heart and give the heart the conversation, but I'm hearing heart to hearts. Maybe you've been really able to open up to this person. I'm getting really like Miss Honey vibes from Matilda here. Someone who sees the potential in everyone and wants them to follow what makes their heart glad, and they don't want to gatekeep you from anything, from any information that you want. They don't want you to have this fearful vision of life, but and try to control every detail, because maybe that's what they did at one point. They want you to play. They want you to play in raw energy, to find your spark of what it is that you want to create, to try, to fail, to do all of those things, and to listen to your instincts, to be patient with yourself above all, and realizing that you're still in this kind of unformed energy in some way. And that's not belittling you, and that's not saying that you're not worthy of doing anything. They see that you've come up against a lot already, and that you have a lot of passions that maybe you guard. But maybe it's that, maybe it's because you've got your guard up because of what people have said, and you've got this barrier up with them as well, and maybe they want to kind of unlock that to get to the truth of you, to help you build up that confidence and help you through this kind of emotional sea that you might find yourself in this Seven of Cups. If you feel like your dreams and your ambitions are looming too large, but you don't actually know what it is that you want to do, they want you to find your truest self, to connect with that, but also to realize that like life is a building block that you can build and adapt and grow, and maybe you're still studying in some way with this Page of Pentacles. Maybe you're still at school, or maybe you're still deciding what it is that you want to do, or maybe you're very early on in your career, but or maybe, like I said, maybe this is an apprenticeship in some way, but they want you to have the confidence to make the decisions, because they see you as not just like a number on their list, not just a name on their register, or a name in their department, or member of their team. They see you as someone with this artist card who is 5D, who has these dreams and ambitions, but also maybe even this spiritual side. Maybe this person has a spiritual practice, or just, like I said, this transformation or even connection with spirit. But they see the longevity in you. They see the abundance and what you can create. And they know that you are really pure in heart and spirit, and you have so much to give, and they just don't want you to get wrapped up in the nitty-gritty, the small detail, or feel like you have to be like small-minded about yourself. They want you to dream large and dream big, but to know exactly what it is that you want to go for, that there are so many opportunities for you and possibilities, but it doesn't matter about all the options. What matters most is about your heart and what you connect to and what you want to commit to in this way. And they really want you to connect to your inner artist, to connect to the things that you really, really want, and they want to help you get there. They want to help mentor you and coach you, and to give all of their emotional support that they can. But I think they just think it's like a matter of timing for you, that maybe it was for them as well. Like I was saying with that Miss Honey vibes, maybe they see so much of themselves in you, and want you to just have patience with yourself. Maybe you don't know what it is that you want to do at all, and they don't want you to be hard on that. Like I said, they want you to play. They want you to try different things. With artists, you know, try again, fail a couple of times, and failures are wonderful, wonderful blocks in the road, wonderful things that lead you onto a different path. And I think they just see so much untapped potential within you and so much light surrounding you, that you may not find at the moment, or maybe you're living in a bit of fear of or worry about what other people may think about a path that maybe you feel inherently that is for you. But they want you to kind of delve into something that really fulfills you, to not scrutinize yourself, to not have to speak to yourself kindly, but also maybe even to come to them, to come and open up if you haven't with this person, because they want you to become this lion. They want you to become like a master of yourself and to courageously go up for the things that you want. And the thing about strength, it's sometimes mistaken. Strength is the innate proof of strength is in vulnerability, and that's going for your heart, is wearing your heart in your sleeve and being open and honest about what it is that you want and unapologetically going for that. It's not about brute force. It's not about telling everybody this is what you want. But I feel like they want you to co-create exactly what it is that you want and manifest that into your life. And they have so much belief in you, and they just wish that you had that for yourself, and that you were protecting yourself from other people's thoughts and opinions about you, because that does not matter. Your own sense of self and what you emotionally want to go for and your spark is the most important thing. And yeah, I feel like they just want you to make a commitment to yourself to go after the things that you want and have that courage and determination paired with the action, to create exactly the dreams and goals and ambitions that you have. But I think they think it's just all a matter of timing, that you're going to absolutely rise. I really get the sense that this could be a teacher or a professor, or like I said, like a mentor or a family member in some way, who maybe you admire in a field or something that you would like to go into. But they think it's all just a matter of timing with that patience card, and that you are guided, and you are guided to the path for a reason, and you will get there. You will get the results. Because that living life symbolically as well, I do feel like spirit is there in a lot of ways, helping guide you. Like the universe has your back. It has everyone's back, but especially on this path. So these are for you, these cards. So we have got Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? So like I was saying, that it was kind of flip-flop, this energy and this kind of reflection with this mirror. And that's why we had two cards, is because maybe you're one or the other, the mouse or the lion. But this mirror card is really holding up a kind of, why have you gone to this person, or why are you asking about this person, is really what I want to ask you about, what they think of you. Because you should be holding up that mirror to yourself. And I know, okay, that undermines me doing a whole tarot reading about it, but that's not what I'm saying at all. But it's because this person, in some way, I feel like you trust, or it's because maybe because you know the other people in this situation or around you, their opinions don't actually matter as much as this person's does to you, because maybe you see yourself as a reflection of them, that you are like their younger self, or in a position where they once were. Or like I was saying, if you're lion, maybe you see a lot of your old self in mouse before that kind of self-transformation and stuff. So what is triggering you? Why are you feeling called to ask about this person? And maybe it's time to open up to that person, is what I'm saying. Not that you shouldn't be asking about this person, because I think you should, because there's a lot of things, especially if they don't feel like they can tell you how much like how much worth and how much self-confidence that you should have, because I think they think tons about you in terms of like how brilliant you are. We've got boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? So this is the kind of thing about this mouse, about going after projects that don't sustain you, or having that fear. And maybe the fear is words or thoughts of other people in your life who have told you that you can't do this or you can't do that, and who have diminished your power or made you feel like you're not good enough. But it's really time to start blocking that. And this is especially what this person wants you to do, is to create those healthy boundaries of energy that you will and won't accept, and have that kind of that self-worth of, no, I am good enough, I don't deserve to be treated like this, and therefore I'm going to put it through this filter. And if it doesn't fit into that filter of positivity, stuff that aligns with my energy, that is going to help me and my purpose forward, then I'm not going to allow that in. I'm not going to allow people to drain me of my energy, because I need that to listen to my intuition, to go after the things that I want. We've also got Sisterhood of the Rose, Beauty and Devotion, Priestess, Mystic, Teacher. So I feel like this could be a teacher for a lot of people, but also with this Sisterhood of the Rose, obviously we've got the rose in both here. And like I was saying, it's not why are you asking about this person, but it's why do you feel called to ask about this person, in terms of maybe your souls recognize each other. Maybe you've been teachers in different lifetimes, or maybe this person is here to kind of unlock some secret for you. Maybe there's knowledge that they have, because everybody has a purpose in our life. Everyone is a beautiful lesson for us to learn from. But maybe with this Lovers card, there is that kind of partnership or contract in some way, but maybe this kind of instinctual connection between you both, because maybe they have knowledge to impart, and in turn, maybe in the future, when you maybe look back on this or whatever, or you just know within yourself, when you are at that moment of lion, that you are supposed to be helping the mouse. Like, there is this kind of sisterhood and this generational feeling of passing down this information, but also nurturing and healing and looking after others, which I feel like is so inherent in both of you, to protect those people that matter. So maybe I'm hearing from Spirit that could be something. Maybe you guys are in a similar community, or in a similar, like I said, workplace, or similar paths. Maybe you want to go down similar routes the other person. Maybe you want to be a teacher and this person is your teacher, or something like that. But whatever it is, there is a reason that your souls have been brought together to learn from one another, or to grow. And I feel like in whichever way the relationship is, because obviously with like teachers and stuff, it can be hard with their boundaries and things like that of talking. But most of the time, I think when I've had teachers who I've been close to, who recognize me or recognize my work, or have really pushed me, and that's sometimes in a really sometimes they've been really, really hard on me, because they want the best out of me, because they want me to reach my fullest potential. And that is when someone shows you they care, is when they push you and empower you to be your best self. And I think this person wants that for you too. And it doesn't mean that you have to be best friends with your teacher or anything like that, or your priestess or your mystic or your therapist or whoever it is. But obviously we're asking about work, career, or your mentor. But you can have those honest conversations with them which don't toe the line of like advice, because this person, I think, is someone that maybe you revere, or in a position where you would like to be, or maybe just in your self-confidence. And I feel like you should be able to feel like you can approach them, is really what Spirit is saying, because I think this person is open to that, is open, and especially is very protective of you. And maybe with this Patience card, maybe they know in time that you'll come to them anyway. So Spirit, what else do we have for my lovely friends of pile 4? So we have tolerance. I observe the cast of colourful characters that a busy life presents, and I rewrite the roles of the ones I need to. Anyone annoying becomes entertaining, and anyone intolerable becomes someone truly fascinating who belongs in either a museum or a science lab. Because seriously, what is actually going on there? This tolerance is all about that boundaries card. And you are always met with these colourful people in your life. Like I said, everyone comes into your life for a reason, and you decide whether their energy stays, whether they have any power in your life, whether you want to listen to them or whether not. And it is that kind of thing of everyone is a game. With your curious, childlike, instinctual side, you have to meet that person in that way and say, what am I going to learn from you? Oh, okay. Are you just annoying? Are you a bit of a bugbear? Fine, you're just an entertaining way for me to see the ways of which I'm not going to be. Or, you know, if someone's intolerable, like, wow, you are someone who I do not wish to associate with, but wow, you're interesting. What makes you tick? Why are you the way that you are? In that way, and just realising that everyone is, and it sounds so silly saying it, this one's been a right dinger in terms of my in terms of what I've been saying, but yeah, but I think it is that thing of, you know, whoever they are. Oh, what was I? Maybe that's why Spirit was like, that was a right dinger. No, I've got it. I've got the thread. I've got it. But whoever they are, they serve as a glorious lesson, and you can laugh about it, whether their part is big or small in your life. But you decide, you write the scenes and how much of a role that you give them in giving you as the main character advice, or how much you allow them to antagonize or energy that they take up. Because you're the Shakespeare of your play. You are writing that play and living it in a lot of ways. You're playing all the parts. You're playing the parts. So you don't need to give them like a monologue if you don't want to. They can be in your life as little or as much as you'd like. And sometimes, you know, we're forced together with people if there are those people around you. But you don't have to actually take in their words or allow them to live with you. That's the difference. You can leave what they're saying on the periphery. We've also got consideration. I'm a considerate person, and my new goal is radical conscientiousness. From now on, I'll leave every space tidier than I found it. I'll find a small ways to support a teammate, even if they didn't ask for it. I will eat the leftover pumpernickel bagel, even though I didn't order it, and never would, because I'm considerate enough to know that sorts of bagels normal humans like to eat. So consideration. I think this is having consideration for your fellow human man in a lot of ways, in this tolerance card as well, because I feel like you do have that. But also be considerate of yourself and of your goals, and have that radical sense of yourself, and treat yourself as that teammate in a lot of ways. Like, support yourself, have confidence in yourself, even if like you don't feel like you need it. Like, be that nurturer. But also, maybe, you know, the people that you don't consider that will give you that, maybe this person, maybe you were like, I didn't realize they thought this, that they were this protective. Like, people are considerate, people do want the best for you, and it can be sometimes really hard when you're living in that fear, or when words and thoughts of other people make you doubt that. But be considerate of yourself and the things that you're feeding yourself, the words of others. And like I said about those boundaries, whether you're actually allowing that energy to sit in, or whether you're going to put it through your filter and discard it. We've also got leadership. This is a vote of confidence in your ability to be a good leader. Whether you're officially in a supervisory role or not, you have all the qualities it takes to fill a leader's shoes. Keep setting a good example and making others feel included. Keep being fair, diplomatic, level-headed and honest. Keep dressing how you normally dress, but also start wearing a world's greatest overseer t-shirt and just casually play it off. So with this leadership card, this is the lion if ever I saw it. You know, being bold, making decisions, having confidence in your ability to lead. Maybe you do want to be a teacher, or maybe you want to be in a position where you will have to lead. in some ways. And you do have to be tolerable of people. You do have to be considerate of other people's feelings and all of those things, and make people feel included, and keep it fair, be diplomatic, all of those things. But you can be honest with yourself about the energy that you will and won't let in, but also you put those boundaries up to protect you against energy drains or energy suckers, because you decide how much of a role that they have with you in your life. And with this overseer role, you are the leader of your life. You decide, like I said, who gets a role, who doesn't, but also you allow yourself to have this healthy detachment from people that you don't resonate with, whose energy that you don't want, and you are in control of letting those people in or not. So my glorious friends of pile 4, I'm going to leave this reading here for you guys today. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch it. Please remember how much strength you have. Be confident in yourself. You have tons of it with this 9 of Wands. I have no doubt that you've seen a lot of things, that you've come up against a lot of things, but keep your passions at the heart of it. And it can be hard when you're potentially living with fear of other people and other people's words, but you can rise above that. You can take control and speak your own narrative of what it is that you want. So I'm going to leave that reading there for you guys today. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I really hope it resonated with you. I'd love to hear in the comments if you enjoyed this reading, if you'd like to see more like this, as this is my first kind of work, career, school video. And if you do, then I can add some more into my schedule. But yes, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for letting me read your cards. I'm sending so much love to each and every one of you. Until next time, I really hope to see you guys there. Bye.